If you talk to those in the medical community who have seen the cases in which you have mold balls in a child's sinuses or lungs, and if you see long protracted exposure, it can be life-threatening and very debilitating. Therefore, I think we ought to give it the serious consideration, even though it's difficult, and the medical community and the scientific community are struggling on defining those parameters of exposure. When it's there, it is very real.
There was a study that came out of the Mayo Clinic that essentially said that 95 to 100% of all sinusitis is caused by fungal spores. We think of sinuses in the nasal cavities, and indeed what itis means is an inflammation of the sinuses. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean infection. An itis just means an inflammation. So you could have a high concentration of fungal spores inside of a sinus that's not actually causing an infection, but is causing, their presence are causing an inflammatory reaction inside the sinuses.
Respiratory infections, infections in the lung can be caused by mold, aspergillosis, bronchitis caused by aspergilla inhaled that start to grow in the lungs.
And one of the most common fungal infections in immunocompromised individuals is an aspergillus infection. In fact, Aspergillus fumigatus is one of the more common fungal infections that you see in immunocompromised individuals.